welcome to another process video. I'm Jenny and all I'm doing at the moment is adding some Liquitex clear gesso. So I'm adding a bit of gelatos to the background to make up some nice pretty colours, and I'm choosing to use this clear gesso because I don't like the look of regular gesso on the page, which usually ends up being a bit yellow and changing the color. So when you want to do half a page adding color like gelatos and you only want to do it to the bottom half, I don't like the way it changes the color and it doesn't match the rest of the page. Whereas this clear gesso, you can't see that it's on the page, and there is no you can't tell where it stops and where it starts on the white cardstock because you can't see it. So therefore the top color just blends in beautifully. So you've seen that all I've done is add some scribbled gesso onto the page, and I'm just adding some water to that now, and that just helps the colors to blend a little bit, except I'm making mud here. So I didn't wait till the colors were dry, and I tried to blend it, and the paintbrush was a bit dirty, and so I made a bit of mud. So I'm fixing up my mistake, and I'm just dabbing, whatever you want to say, some of that ink that ran down off, and I'm drying it up a little bit because I know that once it's dry I can actually add some gelatos on top of that. So I'm actually rubbing it on with my finger this time and blending it out to that pinky color. So I'm using a metallic mint and metallic melon, a peach and buttercream gelatos. So just using my fingers there and smoothing it out and just checking. I'm using a different finger each time so that I don't put the darker color into the lighter color. And I'm just drying that up, making sure that it's all dry when I go to start to stick my pages together, or my layout together I should say. So I've just got this strip of paper here. So this is still going on with my Facebook group using the I Am collection by Simple Stories. So this layout is a mixture of the actual collection and stuff from my stash. So I've kept the colors very similar, but I'm using all sorts of different bits and pieces. That yellow piece of paper under there I think is a Glitz design, and I've got a couple of Project Life cards that I have grabbed, and I've got a 6x6 piece of paper from the collection there that I'm putting at the back. And at the moment I am just fitting things together, seeing where I would like all these bits and pieces to go. And I just cut that little loved section out of that banner piece there, You Are Loved, so that I could push the edge of the photo and butt it right up against those words. And I had to cut the little banner section out so that could sit on top of my photo so that I could achieve that look. Otherwise I would have been covering the L, I think, and the O. So I've just cut that Project Life card down a little bit, and I'll use the middle section for another layout. And I'm just trying to work out where this yellow piece is going to fit on the layout. And I fiddle around a lot in this video, and you can see the lighting's just changed. It's a beautiful summer day here, but the sun keeps going behind the clouds, so it keeps going in and out, and therefore the lighting in my room keeps changing. So I've just put the light on there. It casts a little bit of shadow, but it's okay. So yeah, you'll see a lot of fussing with this one. This layout was relatively quick for me, so I think it was about 45 minutes from start to finish, including making the background. So that is pretty good. But there's lots and lots of indecisiveness and lots of fiddling around, lots of trying to get these pieces perfect exactly where I want them, and you will see, yeah, you will see. And I've left it in there because you know, it's a normal part of scrapbooking. Sometimes I can scrapbook and I'm very, you know, decisive, and I know exactly, you know, where I want things to go. I have a picture in my mind and I, you know, just make it happen. And then other times, you know, I start to do it and I'm just not sure. I have a couple of elements, I change my mind halfway through, then I'm not sure, and you will see that in this one. Just a little bit of indecisiveness, but in the end I really like the way the layout turned out, and so therefore, you know, it's okay. But I did, you know, tell myself at one part, come on Jenny, just, you know, commit to it, stick something down and move on. Because, you know, we second guess ourselves a lot in scrapbooking, and, you know, should I put it here, should I put it there, I'm not sure, I'll put it up the top, no, I'll move it down to the bottom, oh, I don't know. Either way, it's not wrong. So it's just stick it down and be happy with where you've put it. Don't be indecisive, just go for it. So that's what I've done here, you know, in the end. So first up, I've been indecisive, but in the end, I've just gone for it. So anyway, back to the layout. I've got this little sticker sheet here that is nearly empty. It was a Dear Lizzie sticker sheet, and I want to use some of the stickers from that. So adding that to the page as well, and just poking out all the little sticky bits from this branch. And I've decided that I want to put that over to the top left, and this is where the indecisiveness comes in, because I had originally not planned to use that sticker, but I saw it there laying on the sheet and knew that I needed something up the top left, and so I thought that I would leave it there. But I wasn't sure about the way it is right now, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to add a little sticker or something to the top, and so I add a couple of stickers, and then I'm just not sure about them, but you will see that as we go along. So this group of photos, I have scrapbooked some of them before. That was me and my husband Gavin, and that we were out at Valentine's Day on the foreshore having a bite to eat. So I just got our food. I love that little photo there next to Gav and me of a sandwich that they cut in half and it looked like a love heart, so that was really cute. And just thought I would document that, and we can look back and have a look at what we ate, you know, just the everyday things, like that little sticker there says in the middle, you know, find the extraordinary in ordinary days. So, you know, just your regular days are worth documenting and you know, keeping a track of. So just putting some pop dots on that little butterfly, and see, here's some indecisiveness. I put the butterfly on and I tilt it to the right, but then I don't actually like when I tilt it to the right, so I just tilt it to the left. You know, so like Monica always says, you know, do what makes you happy. You know, if the butterfly tilting to the left makes me happy, tilt it to the left. You know, if you like something tilted to the right, tilt it to the right. You want to do, you know, what makes you happy in scrapbooking, because it's your page, and, you know, you're pleasing yourself. Ultimately, when it comes down to it, you're not there to please anybody else, so just scrap the way you like to scrap and just enjoy it. So here's lots of pushing around. You can see here I'm being indecisive and moving things around, not quite sure, and I put the stickers up and then I try to put them to the side, and then I don't like the shape that the frame is becoming, like the matted area of the photo. I don't like that it's becoming more of a rectangle, and I like it more as a bit of an irregular shape. So I've decided I'll put them up there. So this is where it's becoming more rectangle looking, but I'm not really liking that. And then I think maybe I'll put the stickers up there, maybe I'll put that there, and we go around and around and around for a little while until I decide to put those things aside, and perhaps I'm not going to use them. So here I am, just telling myself just commit to something. So I pull out my tiny attacher and I commit to just stapling them down, and that's it. I can't move them anymore. So go with my original thought, which was to put those little pieces to the bottom right, and, you know, sticking with that. So just got a bit of glue on the page that was in the wrong spot, so I needed to rub that off. And And I've got a couple of these little hearts that I fussy cut out of a bit of the paper. So just having a look at where I might like to place those, fussing around with them, and eventually I decide, yep, I quite like that, and just put a little bit of wet glue on and stick them down. And then I'm going to get my black ink, I think. No, I'm going to do a little bit of gelato. So I decided that I need a little bit of colour up the top, so I've just put a little bit of gelato on, rubbed it with my fingers, and then grabbed a little bit of the paintbrush and wet it, and just grabbed the gelato straight from the little tube. So just ran the paintbrush over it, and I'm just adding a little bit of colour in some different areas around the page. A little bit of all the 4 colours that I used in the background, so it all blends in. So just putting a little bit of shadowing around the page, and just keeping everything looking the same. So I'm pulling out my ink now, so you know what that means. It means that my page is just about finished, so I will show you some close-ups. And thank you for joining me today, and welcome to all of my new subscribers, and I hope that you're being inspired to pull out your stash and to create some beautiful things and to have fun while you're at it. So I will see you next time. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Bye.